Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Google Guru. Today we're going to cover a pretty advanced task in Gmail and Google Apps that isn't really covered by any one feature or tool. If you receive a lot of the same emails from a specific person or group or with the same subject line, and you end up sending the same response over and over again, you might be looking for a way to automate the process by sending an automatic response. So to do this, we'll actually have to pair a couple of our favorite features, which include Gmail filters and the popular Gmail Lab canned responses. Doing so will allow you to automatically send a preset response to specific messages that you segment based upon a Gmail filter. So to get started, first make sure that you have the canned responses lab enabled inside of Gmail. So you'll just go into the settings gear, click settings, labs, and then just make sure that you have it enabled. Canned response is where the content of the automatic messages will actually come from. So to set this up, you can just compose a new message, or you could reply to one that you have already been working on or something like that. So after you type out your canned response, you would just go to this drop down here where there are more options, canned responses, and save it under new canned response. So I've actually already put together my canned response, which I'll get to in a second. After you've done all that, you can open up the message that you would like to set your filter based off of. So I actually receive a lot of these Chrome extension questions every day, and I'm looking for a way to automate this process. So I'm going to open up this Chrome extension question and then click on the drop down here to set up a filter. And click filter messages like these. And I want to base this on the subject of the email. So I'm going to remove the from field and then just type in question about Google Apps. So since all of my Chrome extension questions come in with this subject line, I can really easily filter it. So if you have a similar situation like this, I know this is fairly unique, but a lot of you may find this useful. So after I'm done with that, I'll create a filter with this search. And a lot of people know that you can take some pretty basic actions with a Gmail filter. So you could skip the inbox, you could apply a label, you could mark a message as important, but with canned responses you can actually do something actionable and send an automatic message. So after you've installed the canned responses lab, you can just click on this checkbox here and then choose canned response. So like I mentioned before, I've already created this canned response for my Gmail filter, so I would just include the Chrome extension question received. Afterwards, I'll go ahead and create the filter. So from now on, when messages come in with the question about Google Apps subject, they will be automatically assigned a canned response and replied to. So if you want to just take a look at what the canned response will be, this is just letting them know that I've received their question and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. So this just makes the experience a little bit better for my users, so they hear back from me immediately and know that I'm going to get back to them as soon as I can. Like I mentioned, this is a pretty advanced task in Google Apps, but if you receive a high volume of emails on a daily basis or weekly basis, and you find yourself sending the same message over and over again, this is definitely something worth checking out. If you guys have any questions about Gmail filters, canned responses, or setting this process up, feel free to leave us a comment in the section below the video. Thanks.